Hello, and welcome to the Lifestyle Herbalist podcast, where we hope to inspire you to have a healthy dose of happiness. I'm your co-host, Dabney Vaccaro, clinical herbalist and health coach.
And I'm Sabrina Cooper, registered culinary, holistic nutritionist, and herbalist. Join us as we dive into the art of herbalism, mindfulness, and healthy lifestyle practices to help you achieve a happier and healthier life. Whether you're a seasoned herbalist or just starting your wellness journey, we're here to provide you with the insights, tips, and inspiration for a more balanced and joyful existence. So grab your favorite herbal tea, sit back, and let's get a healthy dose of happiness together.
Welcome to the New Year, New You, the podcast where we dive into psychology trends and realities of New Year's resolutions. Now that the calendar has rolled over, many of us feel inspired to set goals and make changes. But why do we do it? And how many of us actually stick to our resolutions or goals? In this episode, I will unpack the motivations behind New Year's resolutions, shocking statistics on following through, and share some realistic strategies to help you stay on track. Let me start with a tiny bit of history on the tradition of New Year's resolutions, which can be traced back over 4,000 years to ancient Babylon. The Babylonians, who inhabited modern-day Iraq, celebrated New Year during a festival called Akitu, which typically took place in March when the crops were sown. This is not only a time to mark the new agricultural cycle, but also a moment for reflection and renewal. During the Akitu festival, Babylonians made promises to their gods in hopes of gaining favor for the coming year. These promises often revolved around returning borrowed items, settling debts, and making commitments to improve their behavior. By fulfilling these pledges, they sought to ensure prosperity and success throughout the year. The resolutions served both a practical purpose involving accountability in societal interactions and a spiritual one as they were seen as a way to earn God's blessings. Following the Babylonians, the practice evolved as it spread through different cultures and civilizations. Ancient Romans, for example, continued this tradition by dedicating the month of January to Janus, the god of new beginnings, who was depicted with two faces, one looking back at the past year and the other looking forward to the future. Romans would make resolutions to improve their morals and honor the gods, establishing the connection between self-reflection and spiritual responsibility. In medieval Europe, the tradition of making New Year's resolutions took on a more personal tone. The practice became associated with the Christian practice of Lent, which emphasizes reflection, repentance, and self-improvement. People would use the new year as a time to commit to spiritual growth, which often included promises to abstain from sinful behaviors, thus intertwining personal goals with religious significance. Let's fast forward to the modern era and the concept of New Year's resolutions as transformed further today. Resolutions are often personal goals that encompass areas such as health, fitness, career, and relationships. Unlike the ancient Babylonians, who primarily made resolutions to appease deities, contemporary individuals typically focus on self-improvement and personal fulfillment. This modern view reflects broader societal shifts towards individualism and self-empowerment. The tradition of setting resolutions resonates with psychological principles such as goal-setting theory and the desires for a fresh start. The beginning of a new year symbolizes a clean slate, prompting individuals to reflect on their past behaviors and envision a more fulfilling future. Studies suggest that setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goals can significantly increase the likelihood of success in fulfilling these resolutions. The tradition of New Year's resolutions has deep historical roots and has evolved significantly over time, from ancient promises to personal commitments to self-improvement. This enduring practice illustrates humanity's innate desire for growth, renewal, and a fresh start each year, serving as a reminder of our ability to change and strive for betterment in our lives. But why does this idea resonate with so many? Psychologists suggest it may have to do with the fresh start effect, where people feel more motivated to change at certain times, like New Year, birthdays, or the beginning of a month or season. Let's talk numbers. studies indicate that 91% of people who set New Year's resolutions don't finish them. Is that shocking to everyone? Shocking to me. That's a staggering statistic. According to a research project by the University of Scranton, only 8% of people achieve their New Year's goals. Why do you think so many people fall off track? Well, there are multiple reasons. Lack of specific goals, unrealistic expectations, or simply losing motivation. Life often throws unexpected challenges our way, which can derail even the best intentions. Another contributing factor is that many resolutions are made without proper planning or accountability. By understanding some of these common pitfalls, perhaps they can help us navigate around them. So let's start with vague goals. One significant reason resolutions fall is because there is an absence to being specific. Statements like, I want to get fit or I will eat healthier are too broad and lack actionable steps. Without clear guidelines, it's challenging to know what exactly to do next. So instead, let's frame these goals into focused objectives. For example, rather than just wanting to get fit, you might set a goal to attend a yoga class every Wednesday evening, or start playing pickleball one day a week at a time that is suitable for you, which gives you a clear action plan. The more precise your goals, the easier it will be to create a roadmap to achieve them. So being less vague and more specific creates a win for your resolution. Then we have unrealistic timeframes. This is another common trap that is setting unrealistic expectations. When we aim too high or expect rapid changes, we often encounter frustration when results don't materialize as quickly as we hope. For instance, wanting to lose 20 pounds in a month can set you up for huge disappointment. It's essential to set achievable timeframes that accommodate gradual change. A more realistic approach might be targeting a weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds per week. By setting manageable timelines, you allow yourself to celebrate small wins without feeling overwhelmed or disheartened. Another really common pitfall is the lack of support. Going in it alone can feel incredibly daunting, and the absence of a support system can make it even harder to keep your resolutions. When you're striving for change, having friends, family, or even a professional coach to encourage you can make a huge difference. They can provide motivation during challenges, share resources, and celebrate your achievements with you. Whether it's joining a group with similar goals or finding an accountability partner, surround yourself with people who uplift you. This support system can fuel your commitment and resilience as you work towards your objectives. Another category that we can all fit into is the all or nothing mindset. Many of us tend to adopt an all or nothing perspective, which can be detrimental. This mindset leads us to believe that if we can't follow our plan perfectly, then we shouldn't bother at all. For example, missing a workout one day might lead someone to think they've failed completely and abandon their fitness journey altogether. Instead, it's important to embrace the concept of progress over perfection. Acknowledge that setbacks are part of the process and recognize that making an effort, even imperfectly, is still valuable. By forgiving yourself for missteps and recommitting to your goals rather than giving up, you can maintain momentum and continue your journey towards success. So this leads me to the question, how can we make resolutions more realistic and achieve our goals? Well, let me give you some practical tips that might help. Make SMART goals. S-M-A-R-T, goals. This approach is all about being specific. When we talk about SMART goals, we're referring to specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, like I mentioned before. Instead of setting a vague intention like getting fit, you have to redefine it and make a clear statement, such as I will go to the gym 2 days a week. And then maybe I'll up it to 3 days a week for 30 minutes. And if I can't do 30 minutes, maybe I'll just start with 20 minutes. This not only gives you a measurable target to work towards, but also allows you to track your progress methodically. Remember, being specific is your best friend here. It's easier to stick to a plan when you know exactly what you need to do. If you're teetering or kind of in it but out of it, or vague about what you'd like to achieve, then you're probably not going to make it happen. So be more specific and get to it. Break it down. Big goals can feel overwhelming, which is why breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps is essential. For example, if you're going to go for a run and you want to start running and that's your goal and it's to do a marathon, start by committing to running for 10 minutes a day and gradually increasing your distance. Maybe you find a coach that will also keep you accountable to keep and teach you how to achieve running a marathon and what is needed to stick to your goal. This not only makes the task less daunting, but also provides frequent opportunities for celebrating milestones, maintaining your motivation, and giving you that sense of accomplishment along the journey. Accountability is a huge one, and it can be a powerful motivator. Share your resolution with friends or a family member or a coach, someone who will encourage you. Like I said before, if you have a coach to guide you and keep you going and reach your goals, that's like a great thing because you have someone to guide you and someone that maybe you don't really want to let down and someone that you can turn to if you're struggling so that you're not in it alone. You might also consider joining a group or finding someone with similar goals in some of these Facebook groups or social media groups. There's lots of things out there in your community that perhaps there's a running group. This community aspect can significantly enhance your commitment. Knowing that someone else is rooting for you can provide that extra push when your motivation wanes. Plus, their encouragement can be invaluable in keeping you focused and inspired. I know it works for me because there's some days that I really don't want to wake up at 5:30 a.m. to go to my 6 a.m. class, but I know that my coach and I know that my friends that are at the gym are there working out too, and we're all in this together. So I'm going to show up and get my shoes and get in the car and drive to the gym so that I can be there and show up not only for myself, show up for them so that we can support each other. And it works. Be flexible. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable. It's essential to be kind to yourself if things don't go as planned. If you miss a workout or indulge in a treat that doesn't fit your healthy eating plan, don't let it derail you. Don't get disappointed and don't get frustrated. Accept that setbacks are part of the process. Instead of viewing these moments as failure, see them as opportunities to learn about your habits and how to adjust your goals to be more achievable. This flexibility will keep you on a sustainable path towards your aspirations. Embrace the process. Finally, it's crucial to focus on the journey rather than just fixating on the destination. While achieving your goal is important, the experience, lessons, and growth along the way are equally valuable. Celebrate those small victories, whether it's completing your first week of workouts or enjoying a week of healthy meals. Be kind to yourself during the process. Practice self-compassion and recognize that struggling at times is part of any worthwhile journey. Enjoying the milestones can significantly boost your motivation and commitment to your goals. As you reflect on your goals for the new year or at any time, remember that resolutions and goals don't have to be about grand changes. They can simply be about improvement and growth. So whether you choose to be kinder to yourself, eat healthier, read more books, start a new learning program, commit to lifelong learning. Take it one step at a time and don't give up. Life is all about learning. And as we go, so to take each process as a learning lesson and grow from it and continue on your journey. You got this. Whatever it is for you, be gentle with yourself, and if you fall out of your groove, know that you can always get back with a more knowledgeable and experienced you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of New Year, New You. If you found this discussion helpful, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this podcast with friends to inspire them on their New Year's journey or reaching a new goal. Here's to fulfilling an achievable year ahead, and stay tuned to more episodes from the Lifestyle Herbalist. You can follow me on Instagram at Sabrina Cooper on Bruja_blends. That's BREJA WJA_blends, and Dabney Vaccaro at Dabney the Herbal Hygienist. And you can also find more information in our show notes provided.